What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is your free daily watch list for Wednesday, March 13th. I put these videos out for you guys for free every single day, and if they're not on YouTube, I do give a list to the Discord. That is also free. The link is in the description below. So it's either a video or a list of the tickers that I go through here or through the Discord, which is free. I'm also on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. Let's get started on this list. The screen that you see in front of you, that is TradingView. If you've never used TradingView before, there's a link in the description below. That will give you a free 30-day trial to all their sub-based services. Then if you decide to actually use those sub-based services, you'll get up to $30 off of that subscription. So make sure you take advantage of that free offer as well. Excuse me, let's get started on this list. So we're going to start with Citigroup. So Citigroup has what we call a 2-up. So a 2 candle is a directional candle. It can only go, if it goes to the upside, that's a 2-up. If it goes to the downside, that is a 2 down. So this one went 2 up, but it did not finish green, it finished red. So what that tells me is that the sellers are taking control of this. Now, I do want to take some things into consideration, because when we have a 2-up red, like I said, that gives us probability that the sellers are going to continue on with this, and we can look for a trigger at 57.08, and our first targets are just marked out at this green line, the bottom of the preceding wick, 56.63. But what I do want to point out is the weekly were green, the monthly were green, the quarterly were green, and the yearly were green. So ideally, you'd like to see at least these two faced in that same direction. I mean, they don't have to be, but the more time frames you have in the direction you're trading, the higher the probability that that trade is going to work out for you. So there is a little bit of conflict here, but you can still look for this trade. It wouldn't be part of my top 5. If you're looking for that top 5, it's part of the Griswold Gold membership in my Discord. So the Discord, like I said, is free, but there is a paid portion where you get top 5s, you get trading bots, you get a 1-hour course on what I'm showing you guys here today. You get one-on-one time with me and a bunch of other things. So as well as the indicator, which is this time frame continuity, these candlestick numbers, the yellow inside bar, the white outside bar, etc. Let's move on to AFRM. AFRM is the opposite of what we just looked at. A 2 down that finished green. So again, we're going to look for this to trend up, and this is what we call a 1-2-2 rev strat. We're going to go one bar, inside bar, doesn't break the high or the low. Then we went 2 down. Buyers kind of have it back. We're going to see if they continue on. 1, 2 down, 2 up, reversal to the upside, trigger at 37.97. Macy's, same thing, 2 down, finish green. So we're going to look for the calls there at 21.13. Morgan Stanley, 2 up, finish red. So we're looking for puts at 86.60. Roku, 2 down. Red, this Roku should actually be off of here. We're going to take that one off. And we're going to go to AMD. AMD, okay. 2 down, finish green. We've got pretty good time frame continuity here outside of the week. If we go to the week, we can see where it's going to flip. Not very far, okay? This is the current weekly candle. We hit 202.99 and we flip to green on the week. We'd have full time frame continuity to the upside. AMD has been really good all year. We have a hammer candle. It's one of the 3 actionable signals. Hammer candles, which you have the body with the long wick to the bottom. Shooter candles is the opposite, where we have the body at the bottom, long wick to the top. And then the inside bars, that's the 3rd actionable signal. So these are high probability plays when we're talking about this strategy. We're going to look for calls here. 2 down, green, hammer candle, calls at 202.84. Chewy, 2 up, finished red. We'll look for the puts there at 17.97. CVS, inside bars. Okay, if you're struggling with trading, day trading, look for the inside bar. So if you have my indicator, they'll light these inside bars up yellow for you. And an inside bar, we talked about, it doesn't break the high or the low of the previous candle. It stays within that range, and it's a tightening range. It's getting compacted. And you look at those yellow bars, think of them as a spring getting squished, compacted, and loaded. And when you remove that load off of that spring, you expect it to jump up in one direction or the other. This inside bar, we jumped up for 3 straight days. Okay, this inside bar, not as big of a move, but that's probability, guys. The probability that it works usually is high. This one worked out. This one, not so much. This one worked out. This one worked out. This one worked out. This one triggered, hit targets, okay? We can go back and the probability says the majority of the times it works out in our favor. This one kind of worked, kind of didn't. This one did not work, okay? This inside bar, we triggered, we hit targets, okay? And that's all we're looking for it to do. We're looking to trigger and hit targets. Trigger, trigger, hit targets, okay? Trigger, hit targets. Triggered, hit targets, okay? The majority of the time, the overwhelmingly majority of the time, the inside bars work out. So, inside bars, we look for calls at 75.89. Mark your target at the high of the preceding wick. If we go to the bottom side, mark your target to the low of the preceding wick, and so on and so forth. Next low, next low, next low. Okay, that's CVS. We look at eBay. eBay's also got an inside bar. Calls 51.93, puts 50.68. EW, 2 down green, pretty close to a hammer candle. We'll look for calls there at 91.15. If you guys have questions, make sure you leave them down below. You can leave them on Twitter. You can leave them in the Discord. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell. You'll get the notifications as soon as these videos come out. Inside bar on Starbucks. So we look for the calls there at 92.72, and you just mark out your targets accordingly. Okay? Puts at 91.21 off of those inside bars. And look, we only have to go back this far to see inside bar, boom to the upside. Inside bar, boom to the downside. Watch for those inside bars if you're new or struggling. GE, inside bar, calls 167.80, puts 163.93. Moderna, inside bar, calls 113.70, puts 109.92. That orange line, that is the yearly target, okay? Actually, that's a yearly target from a year ago, so we're going to get rid of that one. I get a little excited that we're going 2 up on the year. Okay, there's Moderna, inside bar. Procter & Gamble, inside bar, calls 162.52, puts 161.23. Go back and look. Inside bar, boom, to the upside. Okay? Nike, inside bar, go back and look. Inside bar, boom, to the upside. This gold highlight here, that's also part of my Griswold Strat indicator. It comes with the membership, or you can purchase it separately. It's for life. It's a one-time fee. You get it for life. Nike, this is Pfizer with the inside bar. Look, again, guys, inside bar, boom to the upside. Inside bar, boom to the upside. What direction will this inside bar lead us to? We'll look for calls at 28.34, puts 27.76. We look at target. There's an inside bar on target. Okay, calls 169.06. Our target, top of the preceding wick. Puts 167.53. Target, bottom of the preceding wick, 166.68. Inside bar history on target. Let's go back and look. Inside bar, boom to the upside. Inside bar, didn't work out like we thought it would. Inside bar, big move to the upside. Inside bar, triggered to the upside, did not hit targets, reversed, and then continued on. Hey, it doesn't always work out the way it's supposed to. This one took 2 days. But we did hit first target. Second day, we hit multiple targets, okay? This inside bar went outside bar, didn't work. Inside bar to the upside. Inside bar to the upside. Inside bar, 3 days to the downside, okay? That's the power of an inside bar. It's why I talk about them so often. It's why I'm always promoting them and showing them to you guys. Look, inside bar on Uber. So calls 78.48, puts 77.48. $1 difference. Inside bar, boom to the upside. Inside bar, triggered, targets to the downside, okay? Make sure you're taking profit at those targets. You should take the majority of your profit at those targets. You can let some ride, but those targets are there for a reason. Those targets are there for you to take profit. I don't care if you take profit before, but if it hits that target line, be prepared to take your profit and don't come back to me when you say, oh, it reversed and went the other way. It hit targets and then reversed. Okay, those are there for a reason. I put them in place for a reason. Roblox. Okay, this is the first 3-1 setup we've actually looked at. Outside bar, inside bar. Very powerful. I put this yellow highlight on there with my indicator to show you guys. Let's go back in time. The last time we had it, moved to the upside. This one here, we triggered, we hit Targets, remember I talked about it. I just finished telling you guys. Targets. Just before, it pretty much tagged that target. If we want to look at that target and say, okay, this target here is at 41.20, okay? The low of that candle, 41.23. So we were 3 cents shy of that target. It reversed on us. Make sure you guys are taking your profit, okay? This is what potentially can happen. We can trigger. Again, if we're looking back and saying that was our trigger, if we're looking at this candle, if none of these candles here existed, this was the current candle, and we said, okay, or this is the current candle here. None of these existed. So we open, we come up, we come back down, we triggered, you're in, we come to the target, you take profit because we hit that profit target and it reversed on us. You would have lost out on the trade, okay? Those targets are there for a reason. You can call it, it's where the sellers have their stop loss or their buyers have their stop loss. But that is, your target is there for a reason. We put them there for a reason to make sure you guys are leaving the trade when you should be leaving the trade. That's the list, guys, okay? If you want the top 5, you got to be a gold member. It's $50 a month, or you buy 2 months, you get 1 month free. You get the 1-hour course. You get live trading bots. You get one-on-one time with me if you want them to ask all the questions that you need. And there's a bunch of other things. The indicator as well. Good luck trading on Wednesday, guys. I wish you nothing but the best, and we will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.